This is my midterm presentation. Predictive analytics can be used in everyday life, business deals, and examining the success of a business just starting out. My background: I've been a data consultant for most of my adult life and am very passionate about using data to transform and help small businesses and large companies alike. I find it so interesting that big data and statistics from customers can help to change the way a business works and can help with their daily operations. Today, we will look at data, isolate new variables, and pull out more data and conclusions from what we already have. With data analytics, we have the power to improve the company as a whole, but especially profits, customer relations, sales, marketing practices, and so much more. Content overview. So all the different things I'm going to talk about today are the power of predictive analytics, improving the customer base, improving and boosting sales, improving customer service, outperforming competitors, and avoiding certain risks. Because it is so powerful how predictive analytics can help with all of these different factors. What are predictive analytics? This is probably the question everyone's asking, because what is this that we're talking about today? Predictive analytics is using the data collected to examine trends and predict the future. From Pega.com, predictive analytics determines the most effective next best action to engage a customer, whether that's sending a personalized offer, following up on a service issue, or taking another relevant step. When you see like customer complaints and stuff, you can figure out what the best option is with using the data from that. This shows how powerful predictive analytics can be. They can help improve a business and can further grow any company just by analyzing data. From Investopedia, data analytics techniques can reveal trends and metrics that would otherwise be lost in the mass of information. When a business has so much information, thousands of complaints, thousands of reviews, how are they supposed to go through all of that? By using data, by finding trends, and by using predictive analytics overall. How can predictive analytics help your business? Organic food sales is one of the best industries to predict trends in the future of. From Analytica, the organic food industry with 20% annual growth since 1990, according to a 2008 agribusiness research report, is no exception from having to make good forecasts, particularly for new products. Organic food is consistently growing, so it is beneficial to grow and add new things according to that. If the industry is growing at 20% rate every year, then they can predict to grow their business 20% each year. So by using analytics and data, they know how large the industry is expected to grow, so they will not be surprised when sales spike 20% for the next year. I think this is so important because if they did not have any of this information, all of a sudden their business would just get huge and they would not have the demand for that. And with predictive analytics, they can know what to predict. Improving business operations can be done when they are using data to learn more about their business. For example, if they are seeing what customers are buying the most, then they can begin to make more of that item since the demand is high. They can now buy the right things, and by analyzing their current orders and production, they can see what they are bound to need soon. So therefore, they are wasting less, selling more, and are better prepared for each day in their business. By seeing what the customers love, they can easily improve their marketing and add to the success of the company. For example, if a lot of their tomatoes, for example, are selling and now they know that they need to grow more, they need to plant more, instead of just assuming and just looking at like what one person is buying. Instead, when they're using data throughout the whole company, they can figure out more information. By using predictive analytics, one can have better customer service by knowing what customers expect, what they usually buy, and what results they would like from their complaints. One of the best things about using data is that they can easily see the problems so that they don't happen again. When they see 3 people in a row that don't like the pricing or delivery time, then they have the power to change that and have better customer service and happier customers. From .analytics.ai, predictive analytics dives deep into what customers like by looking at their past buying habits. Data like what people buy, how often, which products they like reveal patterns. One technique called clustering groups customers with similar behaviors together. Knowing these groups helps make marketing that hits the mark. This is very helpful because then they can overall make their business better and their customers happier in the end. So for example, if someone is like lots of different people are buying one item, they group them together and take data from that group. Outperforming competitors. For any business, outperforming their competitors is so important, and by using predictive analytics, companies can use data to outperform their customers. They can use the data from other businesses, see what they are doing right, and then use that to inspire their performance. From Radford University, analytics enables companies to respond more quickly and accurately to market fluctuations, accelerate system and process innovation, increase efficiencies in planning, production, and replenishment, and reduce waste. This demonstrates the idea that by comparing their progress to others, and by observing what other companies are doing, and by using the data to match it, they can help themselves in the short and long run by changing production, increasing products, and further increasing the success of a company. When they look at other businesses and use their data, they can see exactly what trends they want to incorporate into their business and what they want to take away from that. New focus. By focusing more on data, the company is essentially working to benefit themselves. They can increase their sales while seeing what the demand is, and by looking at what competitors are doing right. They can better their customer service by addressing what the customer's issues are and using the data of past customers to make it better and not have to deal with as many complaints. They can learn how to market better by using data to see what kinds of customers they have and what they're looking for based on their past browsing and buying history. Essentially, data is the backbone for all company growth, and by looking into it more, they can advance their business to the next level. From sales-i.com. By analyzing customer data, behavior patterns, and engagement metrics, predictive models can identify early warning signs of potential churn, allowing companies to take proactive measures. So this basically shows that by focusing on data for a company, they can improve so much. And here are all my references. I have 3 references that are from fact check sources and then 3 of the others. And thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a nice day.